NASCAR Next Cup Racing on Fox is sponsored by the Home Depot, NASCAR's home improvement warehouse. By Ford, bold moves, they happen every day. By Subway restaurants, Subway, eat fresh. And by Nextel, only from Sprint, helping NASCAR Nextel Cup fans get more done.
Debris in turn 4 has put us under caution as Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car is pushed to the garage. And that caution comes out 1 lap after race leader Kurt Busch comes in to make his green flag pit stop. So he will be either on the tail end of the lead lap or a lap down. We'll see how it's scored and see whether he pits again and what the rest of the leaders do. There is the debris. And folks, if we can see it, we'll show it. So there's what has put us under caution for the 7th time today.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, this is what's going to happen here. He's going, as you see his stand-in crew chief Troy Raker, he's going to be a lap down right now. But obviously all of our other leaders will come to pit road. He will stay out, which will put him right behind the pace car when we restart this race at the tail end of the lead lap. Not the greatest position to be in, probably with about 35 or 36 laps to go.
But if we get a quick caution, there's only 14 cars on the lead lap.
Now this also happened while we were in break. Jeff Gordon trying to chase down Kurt Busch.
That may be where a little bit of debris came from, guys. Gordon was definitely closing on Kurt, but Kurt's tires were pretty much shot, I'd say.
So the pits will be open, and this could be the final stop of the day. Well, here's good news. Kurt Busch gets the free pass. He's back on the lead lap. Here's Dick Berggren.
And I'm in Matt Kenseth's pit, and this is a big one. This is also one of the very best pit stops in all of big league racing. They are not going to mess with the chassis, but they are going to try to fix his windshield. There it goes. Matt had been complaining that he simply couldn't see. To Matt.
And this is the money stop for both the 31 and 42 teams. Burton really didn't know exactly how far to go on adjustments because it took 2 tires the last stop. 4 tire change this stop for both the 31 and 42, Steve.
Jeff Gordon will get 4 tires this time, Matt. They took 2 on the last stop. Gordon also said to Steve Letarte, check the deck lid. I did hit the wall. Krista.
Absolute heartbreak in the 2 pit when that caution came out. They were deciding what they could do. The tires only have a lap on them. Obviously, they're going to stay out, but they do get that break with the lucky dog. So a little bit of a chance here for the 2 team, but you can see their heads hung a little bit. Definite frustration in the 2 pit.
I know they don't have a lot of laps left, but he's not in that bad a shape when you're going to restart in 14th place. So that's a good news for him.
How about that race off pit road? Jeff Gordon, by sitting on the pole, by virtue of the field being set by points, he got that pit selection. That's what won him the battle off pit road.
Been pretty good out there all day long, matter of fact.
Get ready.
Crank it up, Ken.
They fired up. All right. Get ready. Nothing too crazy to the line, bud. Ready, 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 green.
Green flag. Hold your line, hold your line, hold your line, hold your line.
Inside the wrecking behind you. Caution.
Welcome back to Texas. We'll get you ready for the restart with this Napa race summary. 38 laps to go. Jeff Gordon, who has led the most laps today, out in front. 7 cautions for 33 laps, 7 different leaders, 11 lead changes. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is in the garage along with Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, and others. As we get set for the restart, the only driver in the top 5 who has not won at Texas is our race leader, Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, and I really don't see, unless Mark's been saving a whole lot, I don't see anybody having a whole lot for Jeff Gordon, to tell you the truth. He's had the best car all day, other than that period of time when Dale Jr. was better than him.
12 races, 12 different faces in victory lane. Our DLP Ultimate Picture Cam gives you the restart. We're back under green.
A little crowded there at turn 1.
3 wide.
David Gilliland, he just got sandwiched.
But I think Matt Kenseth in that 17 car knows if he wants to get up there and race with Jeff Gordon, he needs to get it done early. He just drives by Mark Martin in the 01 car.
And here comes Jeff Burton trying to battle, but he's got nowhere to go. Trying to get Mark Martin.
But this is a classic 17 race. Same thing he did yesterday.
Dick?
Well, Mark Martin has bragged all year long about his pit crew and pit strategy, as well he might, Mark, because on the last stop, he picked up a spot. The stop before that, he picked up 2 spots. Mark right now has had top 5 finishes in all but one of the races he has started, and every time he gets out of the car, he'll tell you the pit crew is responsible.
They get the job done every time he comes to pit road. I think the performance of that car, it's just now starting to show up that they have great pit stops.
Larry, I tell you, I like what I'm seeing now. That yellow car running in second place. He hadn't shown that much speed all day long. Jeff Gordon's been better, but right now that 17 is hanging with him.
4th place battle here. Biffle has passed Burton. Another couple of ex-teammates at Roush Racing. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car has been retired from the race. 3rd DNF of 2007 for Jr.
I tell you what, I can't say enough about this Hall of Fame racing. Tony Raines and this DOP HDTV been on the lead lap all day long, by far looking at their best run of the season, sitting there in 12th position right now.
Attaboy for Raines, for Brian Vickers with the Toyota. When they've made the race, they've run well, and he's on the lead lap.
Yep. Vickers crew chief, you know, Doug Richard, he's won this race with Greg Biffle, so they've run very well.
Now this is a battle for the 7th position. Juan Pablo Montoya in the 42 car, Jamie McMurray in that 26. Going at it right here with 33 laps to go. Now we do need to update you on Kurt Busch, that situation. You mentioned, Mike, he got the free pass.
There you go.
They elected to stay out, but regardless, the rule is when you get the free pass, you restart the race at the tail end of the longest line.
So Busch started 14th, restarted 14th. He has gained 1 position. Dick Berggren.
And Junior joins an all-star junkyard here in the garage area. How big a heartbreak is this?
It's not that big. We had a great race car. I'm proud of my team. All the guys at the shop should be really, really proud of the car that they brought to the racetrack. The motor was fantastic. I might have beat on the motor a little bit on the restarts. I spun the tires in 2nd gear, so I would turn a little bit more RPMs in 3rd, trying to maximize what I could get there. But normally when you tear a car up and spin around stuff, you can roll the motor backwards and do some damage there, and that's probably what happened. But everybody should be really happy at DEI. We had a really, really fast car. We just haven't had any luck, and one of these days it'll be our day, and we'll be able to celebrate. And we just got to keep our heads up while we got this momentum. We got these kind of race cars. Keep your head up and take advantage each weekend.
Well, you had the red shirts of the grandstand on their feet for a good while this afternoon. Congratulations on a good run.
And guys, what I'm hearing in his interview right there as we watch the battle for 3rd between Mark Martin and Greg Biffle is you look at the first 5 races of this year, he only led 1 lap. Then he led 137 at Martinsville. He led 96 today, 2 different cars. He has confidence over what that team's doing.
Well, yeah, and you want the driver. He's got to be the cheerleader. He's up, team's up. And right now it sounds like Junior is up.
And earlier this year he'd been saying we don't have the parts and pieces, we don't have the resources we need. Today he did. Brian Vickers in the 83, still on the lead lap, running in 14th, Matt.
Solid and impressive run for Vickers and this new team. What he's hoping for now is that we see the green flag stay to the checkers. The reason, he's lost the clutch. He was just hoping not to get run over on that last restart. Right now running in 14th and just hoping to bring home a top 15 for this 83 team.
Matt Kenseth has radioed concern about his right rear tire, Dick.
And that's the 2nd time today he has radioed that concern, so crew chief Robbie Reiser said better make sure this time, because the first time he thought it was going down. In fact, the right rear tire was just fine. But this time, Kenseth seems more certain than before that he has a tire losing air, and it's the right rear.
I just go back to yesterday. He was running along. He had a right rear tire that he thought was going down, and the tire blew out. And he spun and almost hit the wall.
I was away. Thanks.
I'd say he's a little gun shy.
I think he's probably feeling things that maybe aren't there.